I dived into the bowels of TikTok. It is a grisly and horrifying place, I'll tell you. And I pulled together some video clips that I thought we should watch together. This is the left's strategy, by the way. It's not just the Chinese Communist Party. The left has latched on to TikTok. So what you're going to see is not just something that strikes you as foreign propaganda. You're going to see things that have become very normalized and very common in American culture that leftists specifically are promoting. So without further ado, I'd like to play clip number 1, please.
I'm feeling spicy, so here's my hot take of the day. All white people are racist. Every single last one of them, all of them are racist. And I don't mean that to say like every single individual white person, if I talk to you, you would have some kind of racist ideology. I'm saying that as a white person, you uphold a system of racism by literally just being white. I believe if you're not spending your literal entire life dismantling racism, then you're contributing to its continuation. And people get so like, whenever like I say like people are racist, like why is it such a big deal? Like, yes, you're racist. Like, okay, we've established that. Now, what are you going to do to change it? Racism refers to power and race. If you are the powerful race in a society, then you're racist. Like, I just don't understand why it's so taboo. Let's talk about it. Let's accept it so that we can work towards changing it. We're never going to get anywhere if people won't just acknowledge it in the first place.
Hey, white ladies, denying racism in your own self is violence. You hurt the entire cause by denying that you ever had a racist thought. I don't think that way. I wasn't raised that way. That's not how I feel. I've said it before and I'll say it again. You don't have to wear a hood and you don't have to tote around a Confederate flag to know that there is inside of your brain that you need to fix, or else you're still just perpetuating the problems of society.
So somebody asked me what unpacking white violence looks like in my own life and why it's important to me. So what unpacking white violence looks like in my life is that I am journaling. I am processing all these things I'm hearing and learning from Black content creators on this app. I'm also watching other people's journeys. The most exciting and most important part is I am going to be beginning a mentorship where I am under the mentorship actually of some very strong professional Black women who that's what they do. They help others learn how to unpack their white violence. And why it's important to me is professionally, I am a teacher. I'm going back to work in the fall, and I want to be the best person and teacher that I can be. And I know change begins within first. But for me, in order for me to grow and nurture these young scholars who might be Black and brown, I have to unpack that white violence or I'm going to cause damage. And I want to be a good role model for my children. I want to lead by example. Can I prevent my children from becoming assholes? No. But hopefully one day they can look at me and say, you know, Mom did X, Y, and Z right. And, you know, maybe we can follow suit. But yeah, so that's how I'm unpacking it and why it's important to me. Have a great day.
Pardon her French. If you think that's a parody, I'm here to tell you that these videos that you just saw went wildly viral on TikTok. These videos have been viewed by multiple millions of people, and they're very, very real. And there's two things strategically that we need to understand when we see these videos. First of all, we need to understand that this is not the extreme fringe of our society anymore. The ideas are fringe ideas, but the people who are repeating these talking points have become so-called mainstream leftists. Each and every one of us in this room has probably heard those phrases before. White violence, unpack your white violence, struggle session. Sometimes it's also called DEI. In order to obliterate and destroy these videos, which is what we are going to have to do in our generations, because this is the narrative that is being propagated, is we're going to have to be relentless. We're going to have to be ruthless, and we have to go to the heart of the matter first. The first thing you do when you see a video like that is some people feel defensive. They think, oh, well, this is a topic about race. How do I toe the line? How am I gentle about this? Because nobody in this room has racial animus towards people of other skin colors. We all know that, but the topic of race can make people uncomfortable because they are coming at us in a way that intends to elicit a defensive feeling. The first thing you do is ignore that. And you go directly to the premise and destroy the premise. If you destroy the premise, it's like destroying the root. Everything that is the outgrowth of that, everything that manifests from that root fades away if you destroy the root. So the root of that is white people are not racist based on the color of their skin. Black people are not inherent victims based on the color of their skin. What they're echoing, those women and that teacher, which is especially shocking, is they're echoing critical race theory. Critical race theory is a neo-Marxist ideology that seeks to subvert the cultural institutions of the United States by using race as a dividing factor. It's the second iteration of Karl Marx's economic racism, or economic Marxism, where he wanted the working class to revolt against the ruling class. Well, when the new Marxists realized that that wasn't going to happen, what did they do? They decided to divide society using different characteristics. Instead of using socioeconomic status, they said, we're going to use race. When you recognize what that is, you can then turn it on its head and you can play offense. And it's the only way to defeat these people. The only way to defeat it is to obliterate their premise and to turn it on its head and start playing offense. So first you define what you hear. You say that's critical race theory. It's racism and it's Marxism. Here's where it came from, Karl Marx through the Frankfurt School to here. And its goal is to subvert the United States. And then you start asking them questions. Then you start turning it around and saying, do you think every white person you know is racist? Do you think every black person you know is inherently oppressed? Isn't that racism in and of itself to say that every black person you know is inherently a victim based only on the color of their skin?
Hi guys, it's Liz Wheeler. Don't forget to watch my show, The Liz Wheeler Show, every night at 7 p.m. on the First TV. You can download the free First TV app, or you can visit thefirsttv.com/Liz and start watching today.